Welcome to the season preview edition of Tornado Watch. I'm King Sports Information Director Travis Chow here with Dan Kreiss, head cycling coach. How you doing this morning, Coach?
I'm doing great, thanks.
Good deal. Starting cycling season this weekend, the road season. You've been competing in the fall and winter in mountain and cyclocross. Defending Southeastern Collegiate Cycling Conference, the SECC champions. What's it going to take this year to kind of stay atop the 38-team conference that is the SECC?
It's going to be really tough. It's going to be tough because we lost some key people. In cycling, it's a little bit different than other things in that everyone, regardless of their category, actually contributes to the overall points. And so we have very strong top-level team, but the development guys underneath are not as strong, and some of them moved up. So it means that repeating as conference champs is going to be tough, but we do have some key people in those positions. I think we're going to be all right, but it's going to be a lot of work, and there's some teams that are really gunning for us. And
you mentioned the different levels. For people that may not be familiar with cycling, can you kind of explain what the A class, B class, and C class really consist of?
So there's three categories in road season. There's the A, and they tend to be the top individuals. They been racing for a long time. They race at a very high level. Some of them race professionally. They race for other teams, professional teams in the summertime. The B level guys are ones that have been in it for a while and are pretty strong. They beat me every time, but they're not quite there at the next level. And the C level tend to be those that either do it recreationally or are relatively new to the sport. And so when you're doing cycling for a college, all of those contribute because all of them get points. It's really actually kind of cool because everybody contributes.
Yeah, and then those points accumulate over the season, and
Correct.
that's how you end up as a conference champion, as we did last year. You mentioned the mountain and cyclocross seasons here this fall and then in the winter. Had kind of the first time we ran cyclocross and mountain kind of for the first part, and they were actually really good seasons. Finished well at nationals in both of them. Does that success kind of help build momentum going into the road season here this spring?
I think it does. We don't field a full team for either mountain or cyclocross, but having some people that participated in that are coming on excited, have already had 2 national experiences and are really excited to get everybody to go there. So they're pretty motivated, and I think it's going to help us a lot. It does kind of put a little target on our backs though too, at the same time going, oh, these guys have done well, we need to kind of take them down a bit.
Yeah, and going into the road season here, you got a solid group returning from last year's team. Julian Cabra, TJ Kalela, to mention a couple, and Alex Jensen all finished well at road nationals in Utah last year. I believe Jensen finished 20th in the Omnium standings, and near top 10s for the other 2 in some of the events. Are you looking to them to kind of lead the team and say, hey, here's what it takes, this is what we're shooting for?
Absolutely. Julian and TJ in particular are seniors, so this is their last go-round. They're pretty excited about the team and who they have. We've had some guys that have moved up into the A bracket. They're definitely going to be our leaders and really push us. Ultimately, when we go to nationals, it's only the A guys that can go to nationals. So it's going to be, Alex and TJ and Julian and a couple of the new guys that are going to be taking us there. So we need them to do well. We need to not have any crashes or any injuries or any bad mechanical errors and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that's kind of what kind of hurt last year at nationals as we finished 8th with mechanical issues and stuff like that.
Crashes.
You mentioned a couple of the newcomers who have kind of burst on the scene this fall in the mountain cyclocross season. Drew Bailey and Casey Armstrong. Yeah. Bailey finished 4th in the cyclocross nationals, and Armstrong took 2nd and dominated the mountain season for the most part. That success is, I'm sure, hoping they're looking to build on that in the road season and help the team out.
Absolutely. We're real excited to have those 2, and they broaden us out in terms of the disciplines that we do. I mean, Drew's a great road racer. Casey is really new to road racing, but she's super strong. And coming in 2nd at Mountain Nationals, the first time we've ever put anyone in Mountain Nationals, and she just killed it. And then she did really well again at Cross Nationals in Colorado. So again, that builds a lot of momentum, and to know that they're new, they're freshmen, we've got them for a few years, and they're already achieving at that high level. That's pretty exciting for the future.
Yeah, yes it is. Another newcomer is Jennifer Casado, who comes from Colombia. Yeah. She's a 7-time world champion in speed skating. How's that translating on the bike, and how's she looking so far?
She's looking awesome. Yeah, she is a 7-time world champion speed skater. And so a lot of their cross training is on the bike, which is great. So she comes in with a lot of talent, a lot of strength. And she has the mental acumen because she's already done it at the world level. So she knows how to win. And she's got the physical ability and the mental ability. I really predict that in the not too distant future that she will be a national champion.
All right. It's nice to add to the team too, kind of add that aspect and kind of help everyone else.
And to be a female, because that's pretty tough. So
yeah. Looking ahead now, we open the season at Florida this Saturday and Sunday. What are the expectations not only for this weekend at Florida and then the whole road season as a whole? You also face one run race here at Milligan near home.
Right.
What are kind of the expectations going on this season?
Well, I mean, there's a lot that we're kind of anticipating and looking forward to. It's going to be tough. I think the team that we have collectively is probably the best team we've ever had. Not only on the bike, talent-wise, but also just the way they get on and support and encourage each other, and that's really important in cycling. You've got to be communicating well. So I think we don't have any real issues in terms of relationships or anything like that. I think we've got some great talent on the bike. So I think we have the possibility to do incredibly well. Florida is going to be tough. It's snowed here and it's been really cold here for the last month. So we've been on trainers a lot. And down there it's been warm. So we go down to those places that have been racing and riding. They come out flying. And we're just, it's like we're pedaling in Jell-O or something like that. It's tough. But if we can kind of keep our heads about us and kind of hang in there, one thing we do have is we have a fairly large team. So sometimes we'll race against guys that are flying, but they're kind of on their own. And so we can use some tactics together and work together as a unit that even if we're not as fast as they are, we can make some things happen. And I think we're going to see that progress through the season. It's going to be an exciting racing season. We've got some new venues. I mean, we're going to Gainesville. We haven't been to Gainesville in 3 years. Western Carolina is a new venue. We've never raced there. Milligan's the first time they're hosting a race. So, yeah, there's some really exciting stuff. It's going to be fun. And then we finish, the conference is going to be in Central Florida in Orlando. So, a lot of traveling, kind of some long weekends, but it's going to be a great season.
Yeah, it sounds like an exciting season coming up. The SECC Championships are later in April, and then I believe Nationals are probably the first weekend in May.
Correct.
Something like that. So the race at Milligan, if you want to come out, is April 5th and 6th, I believe. Come out, see them there. Should be an exciting season in cycling, and good luck this season.
Great. Thanks very much.